Hey guys, NES Addict here, and today on AWESOMENES, we're going to have the largest collection update we have had so far. All that and more next.
It's time for AWESOMENES.
Alright guys, so I went back to the video game cavern and got a few new games. The first one is Fisher Price's I Can Remember. Fisher Price's I Can Remember. What's it about? Well, you're basically playing a card matching memory game. It's that simple. I beat it first try. And the sad thing is, I can remember that I never want to play this game again. The next game I got is Vegas Dream. What can I say about Vegas Dream? You're going to Vegas, you're playing blackjack, Russian roulette, any other game you can think of. I'm not really a gambler, so I didn't know what I was doing, but, you know, it's an NES game, and I needed it. The next game I got was Willow. Willow is like an action RPG. I only walked around and talked to the townspeople because I was trying to film for this video, so I don't really know what else it's going to be like. But it seemed pretty fun. I thought the graphics were good for the style of game it is. And Willow the movie. I haven't seen it in a long time, but maybe I'll go back and watch it and give this game a try. My buddy Ron Man Gaming says it's pretty good, so I'll take his word for it. The next game I got was Stinger. Stinger, a Konami classic. It's a cute 'em up. It's like Life Force, but with teddy bears. You know, you fly around and you shoot stuff. It's pretty easy. But yeah, Stinger. Interesting game. Haven't seen it too often, so I picked it up. The next game I got, I actually already have. But I needed the variant. So this won't count towards the number of games, but it's still in the NES collection. And that is
Blades of Steel.
What can I say about Blades of Steel? I'm terrible at this game. I'm a hockey guy, and I'm awful at it. The main reason I suck at this game is because I have no control over the goalie. I always move the wrong way, and they usually score right off the face-off, as you probably are watching in this video. But at least I have the red variant now of Blades of Steel. This next group of games were given to me by my buddy, Iowa Retro Gamer Dad, my buddy Zach. And he was like, hey man, I got some games I'm gonna send you. So what we did was, he sent me the games, and the money that I get on Patreon that I usually spend on my monthly games, I sent to him for a charity. He makes this thing called a Schnack Pack, because Zach's last name is Schnack, and they give them to kids who are going to foster care, which is a really great idea and a great cause. And if you want to donate to Zach's Schnack Pack, which is really hard to say, I'll leave a link in the description below. But the first game Zach sent me was Gauntlet II. So my knowledge of Gauntlet 1 and Gauntlet 2 is pretty minimal. I did play this game for a few minutes just to kind of see what it was like, and I got to like level 2 or 3. It was pretty easy. I don't know what you would describe this game as. I'm not really sure. Like a dungeon crawler, I guess. But it seemed alright. I don't know that I'll ever put that much time into it, but Zach, thanks for Gauntlet 2. The next game Zach gave me was a game that I had at one point, but I had to get rid of it because it was for a giveaway for Video Games Monthly. So it was never really mine to begin with. It was boxed though, and it was really cool. And that game was American Gladiator. I've only really played Joust on this game and The Wall, and both were fun enough. This game kind of reminds me of Skate or Die, where it's like just a game full of mini games, really, that kind of just kill your time. It's not that fun, but it's not that bad either. American Gladiator, glad to knock it off the list. The next game my buddy Zach gave me, and he was nice enough to give me an awesome sleeve, was Tailspin. Tailspin, you fly around as Blue the Bear and you're shooting all kind of stuff, and it's loosely based on the cartoon. The thing I noticed most about Tailspin is there's this weird dynamic where you can flip the plane upside down and then the screen kind of shifts back to the left. And it kind of keeps you from making some crazy mistakes that could happen during the game. It's hard to explain, but hopefully you get it by watching what's on the screen currently. Tailspin. Megadan29 can beat this game. I probably never will. The next game Zach sent me was Shadowgate. I played this long enough to figure out that I'll never play another text-based adventure again. Maybe you can change my mind. Shadowgate just seemed rather boring. Had a lot of reading to do, which I don't enjoy. The front cover is pretty cool though. I like that gargoyle, demon, whatever he is. Shadowgate. A game, I feel like I've said this for every game, but I probably seriously won't ever play Shadowgate. But thanks anyway. The last game I got from Zach was Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. This game was very confusing. I'm going to have to watch some other people play this to see what I can and can't do. I feel like I just kept falling onto the ground and dying. So I'm sure there's something I'm missing there. I don't have the instruction manual, but it seems pretty challenging. But thanks, Zach. I appreciate all of those games going towards the AWESOMENES collection. And once again, if you want to donate to Zach, the link's in the description below. It's for a good cause. The next group of games were donated by my longtime friend Philip Kelly. He actually lives here in town with me and we've been friends for over 10 years. Thanks, Philip, for the games that you gave me. The first game he gave me was POW. POW is surprisingly awesome. It kind of reminds me of Double Dragon. I had a lot of fun playing it and I can see myself popping this back in and give it another go. Yeah, the graphics were great, the controls were pretty good, the music was not bad, and I thought POW was pretty good. It is an SNK game, so that might be the reason why. So anyway, Philip, thanks for helping me add POW to the AWESOMENES collection. The next game Philip gave me was a Nintendo puzzle game, Yoshis Cookie. Took me a minute to figure out what the heck I was doing. It's no Tetris, it's no Dr. Mario. It might be alright, but, you know, what can you say? It's Yoshi's Cookie. At least the cover looks awesome. The next game that Philip gave me was Rocky and Bullwinkle and Friends. I didn't make it past the first level of this game. I mean, the graphics are pretty good, the controls are kind of okay. I can't believe they made this game in the 90s. I mean, did anybody in the 90s care about Rocky and Bullwinkle? I don't think I did. It's also made by THQ, which made the Home Alone games. So, at least the Home Alone 2 game. I mean, so how good could it be? The next game that Philip gave me was Cybernoid, the Fighting Machine. Cybernoid kind of reminded me of the game Air Fortress just a little bit. You know, you just kind of fly around and shoot things. I could see myself getting into this. I just need to give it a little more time and kind of figure out the layout of the level. But Cybernoid the Fighting Machine by Acclaim. Not too bad. Thanks, Philip. The next game Philip gave me was Flying Dragon, the Secret Scroll. You're this little ninja dude and you're running around and fighting people. I feel like I remember shooting somebody when I was playing this too. It's made by Culture Brain. It's not that bad. It's not that good. But it was needed for the AWESOMENES collection. Thanks, Philip. The next game is a game I've seen like 1,000 times. Kid Nikki, the Radical Ninja. This game kind of reminds me of the TurboGrafx 16 game Keith Courage. I don't exactly know why. It looks kind of silly and looks kind of similar. Anyway, Kid Nikki the Radical Ninja controls decently well, and yeah, maybe I'll sit down and play it one day. Kind of also had like an Amagon type feel to it too. The one thing I noticed the most about this game is the pink label outline. It's pretty unique to the NES series. The next game Philip gave me was from Acclaim, and it's Narc. No one had the guts until now. Just say no, kids. I don't remember if this is a light gun game. I can't remember what I did with it when I played Narc on the NES Classic for this, so whatever you're seeing now, that's what happened. This is Narc. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it because I don't remember playing it, so it must have been very forgettable. Anyway, Narc on the NES, and now it's in the AWESOMENES collection. The next game Philip gave me was the Mutant Virus. Very awesome cover. The gameplay, a little lacking. You run around as this little dude who's like, I guess he's like flying with a little jetpack, and you squirt this stuff on the mutant virus. At least that's what I think I was doing when I was playing this game. I'm not sure, maybe I should look the directions up online. Anyway, the mutant virus. Kind of a neat cover in the AWESOMENES collection. And the last game Philip gave me, I remember him buying this game with me. Mighty Bomb Jack. So what Mighty Bomb Jack reminded me of was like a Solomon's Key or a Fire and Ice or a game kind of like that. Not really sure why it reminded me of that, but it did. You collect these bombs, you try to avoid the enemies, and you make it through the stages. Pretty simple game, and I will probably play it some more. It's a Tecmo game, so can't be that bad. Mighty Bomb Jack, knock it off, the AWESOMENES collection. Alright guys, we've made it to the last and final game. I got this off Whatnot from John Riggs. I paid about $15 too much, which is my fault. Not John's fault. He was very upfront and apparent that we were all paying way too much for these games. So, should have did my research. But you know what? John Riggs is an awesome guy, and I'm kind of happy to have one of his games in my collection as a YouTube legend. And that game is Videomation. It says it right here. Not a game, a drawing and animation system. And draw was what I did. Pretty terribly, might I add. But anyway, Videomation. Very cool cover. Tiger jumping through the TV there. Got the actual NES controller on the front. Knock it off, the AWESOMENES collection. Alright guys, well that was the biggest AWESOMENES collection update, with really adding 19 new games, even though there are 20 games here, with the redundancy of Blades of Steel. 19 new games. That puts us at 326, because I found 3 games I never added. NES games. We are going to hit the 350 goal for sure. I mean, it's just February now as the January update is over. So, we'll see what we come up with for February, but for now, we're sitting at 323 NES games, and we're looking good to hit that 350 goal by the end of the year. We'll probably blow it out of the water, is my guess. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what game I should get next for the AWESOMENES collection. And let me know if you've played any of these games and what you think about them, because I've only played them for a few minutes just to make this video. Also, one last thing. Go watch Retro Rick and my buddies Retro Gaming Pandemic, who are also doing their own NES collection videos. It's going to be a lot of fun to see what they do. Alright guys, just remember, just because I'm the NES Addict, it doesn't mean you can't be an NES Addict too. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, and as always, I want to say a special shout out to all my Patreons. Mark Bozak, Retro Reminiscence, Nintendo, David Apuzzo, my buddy Retro Rick, Ernesto Anaya, how you doing honey? The greatest player of all time, Megadan29, Generation Gap Gaming, Philip Kelly, Alex Perez, and the Queen of Retro, JLove81.